Subscribe to Smartphone Tutorials and hit the notification bell icon to get instant notification. Oxygen OS Beta 20 version 2.0 for the Pocophone F1. Hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. At the same time, here's a card to my second channel, that is Kratos 390. Go ahead and check that channel out as well. The OS that we've been waiting for a very long time is here finally, and today we're going to look at the collective review. Let's begin. Alright guys, so welcome to another video. It's been 2 days I've not uploaded, Saturday, Sunday, sorry about that. But a lot of it happened because of this particular build which was in line for a review, and it was, you know, sort of being worked on, and I really cannot push the developer for that because he has a personal life too. Nonetheless, before we begin, a big shout out to Adil, who is the developer of this beautiful ROM that I've been using since the last 2 or 3 days, and now he's made a version 2.0, and as soon as that is out, I've started making this review. So the review will be based on my impressions with the first ever build of Beta 20, and the things that have been fixed in the second beta or the second version will be mentioned as well. Now before we begin, I would like to give a huge shout out to this Telegram group called Portorama, which has really, you know, given me the insight on the development of this particular build over here. This is the group, these are the details, the links will be mentioned in the description for everything. So first things first, what we will actually do is before we start the installation process for version 2.0, I will share my observations on this ROM, which would be very similar or exactly the same for version 2 as well, because the things that are fixed are already mentioned in the description. So what we will do first is I've made a list of things that my subscribers or you guys have requested me to test, and I'm glad I have. So here's the list. Thermals. Everybody has been talking about thermals. So first of all, the stock OS thermals that come with this particular ROM, they are fine. It does make you feel that the device is running a little warm compared to hot, is what some people call it. I would not call it hot, it is warm, but if you flash MIUI thermals, it works just fine. Don't go by AnTuTu scores. AnTuTu is around 220,000, 230,000, so please ignore that, and the game works perfectly fine. Moving on, what do we have? UPI payments. Ignore this part where I mentioned not working, because I've used Mitch's Hide. I've made a successful transaction using Google Pay. I've used Beam UPI, HDFC Bank, net banking. Yes, all of them are working just fine with this particular ROM. PUBG lag, well, the lag is less compared to stock MIUI despite using MIUI thermals. Fnatic gaming mode works. Screen recording with internal audio works perfectly fine. I will throw in a sample towards the end of the video. Battery life is decent. By decent, I mean I have got around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time with this particular ROM with mixed usage, and I was gaming in one go. I got around 4 to 5 hours of PUBG gameplay, a minimum of 3.5 to 4 hours of PUBG gameplay on the highest settings. Charging speed is close to stock. It's not as fast as the stock ROM, that's MIUI of course. It's a little slower compared to that, and maybe a custom kernel can do the magic. Gcam, the latest Gcam is working. ANX camera is working with video recording, with front portrait, with rear portrait, and average RAM usage is something I will show you guys right now. So say if we go to system here and we go to developer options, if we have a look at memory, it says 3.4 gigabytes of 5.9 gigabytes is used. So the memory usage is not a big concern as well. SIM 1, SIM 2 calling issues. Somebody did report that when you make a call from SIM 1, you stop receiving calls on SIM 2. I've not had this issue. I've used this ROM as a daily driver since the last 2 or 3 days. Substratum is broken. I was not able to apply themes without errors, so that is not working. Geo to Geo video calling works just fine. I have tested that. So now that we've got that out of the way, what we can do is we can actually go to XDA and we can have a look at what things have been fixed by Adil in the latest build. So let's see here. We have ambient display, pickup and notification. That is fixed. That is one of the loveliest features that he has fixed. Scrolling screenshot. That is a screenshot bug, has been fixed. Google trusted face. That means you'll be able to use face unlock, not the official OnePlus face unlock, but at least the Google trusted face works fine in the second build. CTS profile has been fixed. OK Google detection has been fixed. OnePlus equalizer has been updated or added. Vendor firmware has been updated to the latest, that is 9.6.20 beta. Now, by now we are into 3 or 4 minutes of this video. It would have given you guys a very clear insight as to you want to go with this build or not. My recommendation is you should, and when you should go ahead and use this particular build, you would want to know how to go ahead and install it, right? So let's go ahead and with the installation process. Now let me quickly run you through the installation instructions. I will be showing you what to do, but let's quickly read through it. You need to download the ROM, back up everything, and then you need to wipe system data cache. So of course you need to have an unlocked bootloader, you need to have TWRP installed, make sure all your data is backed up. I prefer a clean install. You can do a dirty flash, but if you face any errors, you'll be on your own. At the same time, make sure you have more than 30 or 40% battery, and after that you need to do a factory reset, which is recommended. Flash the ROM, flash DFE, and flash the vendor patch. I would also recommend you to flash Magisk 19.3 so that you can use Magisk Hide to go ahead and use the banking applications. At the same time, you need to go ahead and install Google Play services, and you have to flash the IR face unlock fix. And if you want to dirty flash this ROM, the safest method would be wipe only system and then install the ROM zip, flash vendor patch, and flash DFE. At the same time, if you are facing problem in the new equalizer, type hash. So that fix are listed over here. The link to this particular group is also mentioned in the description. You can go ahead and join it. It is open to everyone. So first things first, we have all the files ready in the phone's internal memory. So what we will do is we will go ahead and press and hold the power button, and we will directly boot to recovery. Now we are in TWRP, so let's go ahead and follow the installation procedure. All right, so considering that you are ready, first thing that we need to do is go to wipe, advanced wipe, Dalvik cache system data. Don't wipe internal storage, swipe to wipe. Once everything is wiped, we'll go to wipe again and do a factory reset. Remember, a factory reset doesn't wipe your internal storage. Then we will go to install, select the ROM file, which is the beta version 2.0, swipe to confirm flash. Now, of course, this is a ROM file which is around more than 1 GB, so it will take 2 to 3 minutes to be flashed. So please be very patient while that happens. All right, once the ROM has been flashed, we will go ahead and flash DFE. Go to install, select disable force encryption, swipe to flash. All right, now once that is flashed, we will go ahead and flash vendor patch. Use the latest one, because this has to be flashed every time you go ahead and flash the ROM. So once that is flashed, we will go ahead and flash the IR face unlock zip to make sure that Google trusted face is working. And the last thing that we will flash is go to install and flash Magisk 19.3. Now before we proceed to moving into the system and stuff like that, as a personal preference, I would flash MIUI stock thermals. You can go ahead and do that directly as well, because the phone will run a little bit cooler and stuff like that. So let's wait for this to be flashed, and then we can boot into system, and we will then have the IR face unlock and all the goodies of ambient display and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and hit reboot system. Now remember, this is a fresh install, this is the first boot, so it may take anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. So please be very patient when that happens, and look at the beautiful OnePlus boot animation on your Pocophone F1. Now while the phone boots up for me, let me actually show you a 2-minute clip of the gameplay for PUBG on this particular ROM, which is recorded using the internal screen recorder. You can look at the quality and the feel of the game yourself and decide if it is good enough for you. And talking about the heating, there was not much heating.
Team has scored for the first time!
Alright, so we have booted into the ROM, and first thing that we will do after booting is go to File Manager, confirm, and then we will go to Storage and look for Google Play Services APK. Go to Install. Alright, so as you can see, Google Play Services has been installed and hit done over here. And there are a couple of things that we need to take care of. First things first, you would have noticed that even after a clean install, the phone didn't actually give you a setup screen like normally a phone would. So that is over here. So if you go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi, for example, say that's my Wi-Fi. So the setup is there. Don't worry if you don't see the setup. Once you install Google Play Services, you would be good to go. And there are a couple of apps that you need to install because we have the face unlock, the Google Trusted Face working. We will not have the torch working. So there is an app that you need to install for that. At the same time, in order to toggle, the sound modes, that is silent, vibrate, and complete DND, there is another app that you need to install. Both of those apps will be mentioned in the description. They are free apps. You can go ahead and install them. We will not include them in the video and we will not complete the setup. However, let's quickly go to settings over here. Let's go to About Phone. Now, apart from that, if you want to know how to set up the Google Trusted Face, go to Security and Lock Screen. Don't touch this. So first set a screen lock over here, say set a random pattern. Now go to Smart Lock, confirm your pattern or pin, whatever you have chosen, got it, and select Trusted Face. Alright, so the downside to this face unlock is it opens even when your eyes are closed, just like other custom ROMs, but I don't see that is a big deal over here. You can always use the fingerprint scanner. You do see that digital well-being is included over here. Say if you go to Utilities, you have gaming mode, and you do have the Fnatic gaming mode, which is a part of OnePlus 7, 6 and a lot of other OnePlus phones. Apart from that, you do have the screen recorder. If you have a look over here, like you have gaming mode and you have screen recorder that is working as well. You have OnePlus Switch, parallel apps, app locker, all the OnePlus goodies are there, including digital well-being. And if you go to system, you have a few other options like recent app management. And if you go to OnePlus Labs, you do have Smart Boost, which is basically a RAM boost method. Now I don't really know how well that works with the Pocophone F1, but the concept that they had shown with the OnePlus 7 Pro was really nice. So all in all, what I would like to say over here, let's have a look at the camera over here. So the default camera works. I believe the portrait mode for this is broken, yes, but nonetheless ANX camera works, Gcam works, so your camera issues are sorted there. We have flashed MIUI thermals, so the heating should not be a problem for you. I would suggest, this ROM does take a little effort to flash, but the overall experience, the snappiness and all the other, experiences that this ROM provides you is completely unparalleled to any other custom ROM. It simply transforms your Pocophone F1 into a OnePlus 6 with all the OnePlus 7 Pro features, with almost everything working perfectly fine. Now, this review did take a long time and a lot of effort as well because I've been observing the phone for 3 days. So please hit like to this particular video and join the Telegram group. We have collectively worked very hard to bring this to you, and a full review for this version 2 should be coming out very soon. So mention in the comment section how did you find this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at Smartphone Tutorials. Keep smiling, take care, goodbye.